For a long time, scientists believed the brain was fixed. If a part was damaged, that was it. If you struggled with something, you were told to accept it. The brain that changes itself completely flips that idea. The book explores neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to rewire, adapt, and rebuild itself throughout life. It shows that learning, recovery, and transformation are not limited by age or injury as once believed. From stroke recovery to overcoming lifelong limitations, the brain proves far more flexible than anyone imagined. The book received 4.2 stars on Goodreads, as readers are fascinated by the idea that the brain can heal, adapt, and reinvent itself at any age, offering hope where science once offered limits. The Brain That Changes Itself by Doidge. When Michelle Max suffered a stroke that paralyzed the left side of her body, doctors told her recovery would be limited. Instead of accepting that fate, she committed to intense rehabilitation. Through repetitive exercises and focused movement, she slowly regained control. What happened was not a miracle. Her brain reassigned functions from damaged areas to healthy ones. This story reveals a powerful truth. The brain is not a rigid machine. It is adaptable. When one pathway is damaged, another can be strengthened to take over. This rewiring happens through repetition and focused practice. The brain changes in response to what it is asked to do. This challenges the belief that limitations are permanent. Recovery depends less on age and more on how the brain is stimulated. When effort is consistent, the brain reorganizes itself. Damage does not automatically mean defeat. The brain looks for workarounds if given the chance. Building on that, consider how London taxi drivers must memorize thousands of streets to earn their license. Brain scans revealed that the part of their brain responsible for spatial memory grew larger over time. Their brains physically changed in response to training. The brain strengthens whatever it practices most. Skills, habits, thoughts, and behaviors all shape neural structure. If you practice focus, focus improves. If you practice distraction, distraction strengthens. The brain is always remodeling itself based on use. This means habits are not just behaviors, they are brain builders. Repeated actions carve pathways that become automatic over time. Change becomes possible when practice changes. Bit to remember. Your brain becomes what you repeatedly train it to be. Paul Baki-Rita helped patients who are blind learn to see through their skin using sensory substitution devices. The brain learned to interpret touch as visual information. Sight was not restored through the eyes, but through adaptation. This shows that the brain cares less about input source and more about information patterns. When a function is lost, the brain can reroute processing through other senses. What seems impossible is often unfamiliar, not unreachable. This applies beyond physical limitations. Mental blocks, fears, and habits are often learned responses. With new input and repetition, the brain can unlearn them. Dysfunction is not always damage. Sometimes it is outdated wiring. Building on that, obsessive thoughts, anxiety, and compulsive behaviors were once considered fixed traits. Research now shows they can be reshaped through deliberate mental training. Repeatedly redirecting attention weakens old pathways and strengthens new ones. Thoughts are not just ideas, they are neural activity. When you practice different thinking patterns, the brain adapts. Over time, new responses become default. This explains why therapy, mindfulness, and focused attention work. They do not just change feelings, they change structure. The brain listens to what you repeatedly think. Bit to remember. What you repeat mentally becomes wired physically. Violinists who practiced with intense focus showed larger brain regions related to finger movement than those who practiced casually. The difference was not time alone. It was attention. Focus tells the brain this matters. The brain changes fastest when attention is fully engaged. Mindless repetition produces little change. Focused repetition produces rewiring. Attention acts like a spotlight, strengthening whatever it illuminates. This explains why learning accelerates when distractions disappear. The brain responds to clarity. When attention is scattered, change slows. Building on that, constant distraction trains the brain in the opposite direction. Multitasking weakens sustained attention. The brain adapts by becoming jumpy and restless. This is not a moral failure, it is training. The brain is doing exactly what it is asked to do. To regain focus, distractions must be reduced so attention can stabilize. Bit to remember. Attention is the steering wheel of brain change. When Benjamin Franklin was in his 70s, he taught himself Italian, French, Spanish, and Latin. He also invented the bifocal lens around that time. What matters here is not his intelligence, but his willingness to keep learning. For a long time, society believed the brain became fixed after childhood. That belief caused people to mentally retire far earlier than necessary. Franklin's life quietly proves otherwise. Modern neuroscience confirms what history hinted at. The brain continues forming new neural connections as long as it is challenged. Plasticity slows with age, but it never disappears. What declines fastest is not the brain itself, but curiosity and effort. When learning stops, the brain reduces activity. When learning continues, the brain adapts. This means aging is not a countdown toward decline. It is a choice between stimulation and stagnation. Learning new skills, languages, or creative practices keeps neural circuits active. The brain responds to challenge, not age. The moment you stop learning is when decline accelerates, not when you get older. Building on that, consider the case of Grandma Moses, who began painting seriously in her late 70s. She had no formal training and no early artistic career, yet her brain adapted. Her coordination improved. Her creativity flourished. Her work ended up displayed in major galleries worldwide. Her age was not a barrier. Lack of effort would have been. The brain does not measure birthdays. It measures demand. When effort is applied consistently, neural pathways strengthen regardless of age. This is why older adults who actively learn show brain activity patterns similar to much younger people. The brain responds to repetition, focus, and challenge. Effort signals importance. When the brain receives that signal, it reorganizes itself. This reframes aging completely. Decline is not inevitable. Passivity accelerates decline. Engagement slows it. The brain stays alive when it is invited to work. Bit to remember. The brain does not retire. It responds to effort.